Welcome back. Now with your weather forecast, here's Jessica LaBerge.
There's a chill in the air today with exactly 1 month left until Christmas. Let's take a look at your 5-day weather forecast. Today is mainly sunny with a high of 3 and a low of -2 going into the evening. Tomorrow will be a little warmer with a 60% chance of precipitation, a high of 8 and a low of 0 degrees. The wet weather will continue Friday with a high of 6 degrees. The rain should stop for the weekend. Expect clouds on Saturday with a high of 3 and a low of -1. On Sunday, we'll see a mix of sun and cloud with slightly warmer temperatures. Expect a high of 7 and a low of 1. Even though the week started off with balmy temperatures, it looks like winter is finally on its way. That's all for weather. Now back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Jessica. Now let's turn to our national and international headlines. All 29 coal miners trapped underground in New Zealand are confirmed dead by police. The miners, ranging from age 17 to 65, had been trapped since November 19th after methane gas caused a massive explosion near the town of Greymouth. This morning, a 16-man rescue team prepared to enter the mine, but a second explosion prevented anyone from getting inside.
The United States are sending an aircraft carrier and a fleet of warships to South Korea. The decision came as U.S. President Barack Obama and South Korea's President Lee Myung-bak spoke during an emergency call last night. The fleet will be dispatched to participate in joint training exercises in Seoul after North Korea shelled a South Korean village yesterday. Myung-bak says his country will unleash enormous retaliation if North Korea attacks again.
A 3-year-old boy is safe and a man is in police custody after an armed standoff at a Victorian community center ended early this morning. The standoff lasted 8 hours after a man entered the center Tuesday evening and snatched a boy sitting with his mother. The man proceeded to lock himself with the boy in a washroom. The boy suffered a 3-inch cut to the cheek during the incident. The 24-year-old man is charged with forcible confinement, assault with a weapon, as well as other weapons-related charges.
Quebec Premier Jean Charest's Liberal government is facing a non-confidence vote today. The motion was introduced this morning by the Parti Québécois because of a failure to launch a public inquiry into corruption within Quebec's construction industry. Charest says a public inquiry isn't needed because an ongoing police investigation is expected to make arrests by the end of the year. The Liberals, who hold a small majority in the House, are expected to survive the vote.
Now with the latest in sports news, here's Jared Lalonde.
I'm Jared Lalonde, and here's what's making news in sports. The Humber's men's volleyball team looks to continue their winning ways tonight as they take on Fanshawe College. The Hawks have held on to the top spot in their division all season, winning 6 straight league games to remain undefeated. But due to a recent winning streak, the Fanshawe Falcons have caught up to the Hawks in the rankings, making tonight's game a battle for first place. Tip-off is in London at 8 o'clock. Humber's women's volleyball team will also be making the trip to London as they prepare to take on the Fanshawe Falcons tonight. With a 6-0 record, the Hawks are currently in a tie with Fanshawe for second spot in their division. But with a big win last week over Mohawk College, Humber's women are looking to continue their winning momentum. The action gets underway at 6 o'clock. And in the world of pro sports, the 2 new additions to the Toronto Raptors are gearing up for their debut tonight as the Raps take on the dismal Philadelphia 76ers. NBA veteran Peja Stojakovic and sophomore point guard Jared Bayless came over from the New Orleans Hornets on Saturday. The Raps look to continue their 3-game winning streak against the 76ers, who seem to be on a downward spiral. The action begins tonight at 7 at the Air Canada Centre. And now to the NHL. Phoenix goalie Ilya Bryzgalov is celebrating last night's shutout victory as the Coyotes steamrolled the Edmonton Oilers 5-0. In the only game in the NHL last night, Bryzgalov made 23 saves for his 17th career shutout. Martin Hanzal and former Leaf Lee Stepniak each scored twice to give their team the win. The Oilers, meanwhile, continue to struggle with only 5 wins under their belt this season. And there are 4 Canadian teams in action tonight. The Montreal Canadiens host the LA Kings. The Calgary Flames will travel to New Jersey to take on the Devils. The Dallas Stars will take on the Ottawa Senators, and the Colorado Avalanche will look to keep their 4-game winning streak alive against the Vancouver Canucks. And in a final note from the NHL, Montreal Canadiens goalie Carey Price is the leading goaltender in All-Star voting, and his name isn't even on the ballot.
Put up with a shot off the skate, rebound, Kessel stopped by Price. Tremendous save by Carey Price.
Fans of the BC native, who has logged 4 shutouts already this season, have submitted over 71,000 write-in votes for Price so far. Philadelphia Flyers rookie Sergei Bobrovsky is in second, followed by Detroit Red Wings goalie Jimmy Howard. The NHL All-Star Game will take place on January 11th in Carolina. That's all for sports. Now back to Kyle and Christina in the studio.
Thanks, Jared. Coming up after the break, Scott Money will have all the latest in entertainment.
Coming up in entertainment, John Travolta's got a new baby. We're going to see Kate Middleton in a see-through dress, and Disney fans get tangled. All that and more after the break.